It's Tuesday, the 14th of March 2023, and that means it's the weekly reset in Destiny 2 where the content rotates, the vendors and the challenges reset, and we got a chance for new content to add into the game. Well, stay tuned for info related to Season of Defiance. We got the Root of Nightmares raid in the game now, seasonal challenges, Banshee's weekly weapons, and what is in the Eververse store this week. But if you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell, and roughly 95% of viewers who watch This Week in Video Games aren't subscribed, so subscribe today and never miss an update. Okay, let's check out those weekly reset items for the week. Well, first up this week is week 3 of Season of Defiance, so we've got a new Defiance Battlegrounds and a continuation of the story in the We Stand Unbroken quest. Make sure you are up to date and then head to the helm. You can go to the war table to start that quest. Well, over on Neptune, the Root of Nightmares raid has launched. That launched last Friday, so I hope you enjoyed the world's first race. It was a little bit controversial with a lot of people saying the raid is very, very easy. I would love to hear your thoughts down there in the comments about what you think about the Root of Nightmares. I jumped in yesterday, I've done the first couple of encounters, and I'm looking forward to jumping back in later on today. In terms of the Nightfall for the week, we've got a new one. It's Hypernet Current, and that is on Neptune. You do need Lightfall to access this week's Nightfall. That rhymes. The weapon, well, that could either be Buzzard, Wendigo, Swarm, or Malicious Birthright. So let me know down in the comments what weapon you are seeing. In terms of featured content for the week, the featured raid, that is going to be the Deepstone Crypt, and the featured dungeon, well, that one is Duality. And it is not available here at the moment, but Trials of Osiris will return at the weekend. Well, next up, let's have a look at the seasonal challenges. So it is week 3 in Season of Defiance, so we've got a few challenges this week. 10 challenges overall. So first of all, the longest path. Complete week 3 of We Stand Unbroken. Then we got Bane of the Shadow Legion, so use abilities to defeat combatants in the Defiance Battlegrounds playlist. Defeating combatants with the Strand subclass will grant bonus progress. We got Defiantly Defeated, so defeat combatants with the Season of Defiance weapons. That's Perpetualis, Prodigal Return, Regnant, Caretaker, Raconteur, and Royal Executioner. Then we got Uprooted Nightmare, so complete each encounter in the Root of Nightmares raid. We got EDZ activities, so earn progress by completing bounties, patrols, public events, and lost sectors. We got Commendation Appreciation, so earn progress for giving commendations in Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit activities. We've got Iron Sharpens Iron. Don't think we're going to be able to complete that one this week. We're going to have to wait until next week when Iron Banner is available. Originally, Iron Banner was scheduled to release this week, so that has been pushed back for a bug in Crucible. So instead, we got Trials of Osiris coming back this Friday, and Iron Banner and Lord Saladin should return with reset next Tuesday. Then we got Primeval Entourage, so defeat Taken in Gambit and earn bonus progress for defeating tougher combatants. We got Ultimate Champion, so defeat champions in any Nightfall strike on hero difficulty or higher, and earn bonus progress at higher difficulty tiers. And finally, we've got mid-range calibration, so calibrate mid-range weapons, so handgunners, auto rifles, glaives, fusion rifles, and machine guns in the EDZ. Bonus progress for rapidly defeating combatants. Okay, next up, let's have a look at the raid and the dungeon content. So first of all, we have the Kingsfall raid. Challenge here is the grass is always greener. Then, conveniently, next to it is the Vault of Glass. The challenge there is the only oracle for you. Go to the Dreaming City next with the Last Wish raid. Challenge here this week is Summoning Ritual. Let's go to Tapathun's Throne World and the Vow the Disciple raid. The challenge there is Looping Catalyst. Heading on down to the moon, and find the moon there for a second, we have the Garden of Salvation raid. Challenge here is 0 to 100. And then, as we mentioned before, we got the Deepstone Crypt. That is the featured raid for the week. And of course, I'm missing the newest raid on the block. That is the Route of Nightmares, and that one can be found on Neptune. In terms of featured dungeons for the week, well, that one is Duality, and you can find that one on the Moon. It's probably one of the best dungeons for me. Really enjoy that dungeon. Well, next up, let's have a look at the playlists and the pinnacles, starting with the Vanguard. First of all, with the Nightfall, it's a new one. It's Hypernet Current. It's available on Neptune. You will need the Lightfall DLC for that one. Once again, let me know in the comments what weapon is dropping. So if you can get those points, there's 200,000 points there, you will get a pinnacle drop. And also you can get that weekly challenge there done. So complete Vanguard playlist using the same subclass element as the current active element Surge. Higher difficulties grant the most efficient progress. Okay, next up, let's have a look at Vanguard Ops. So the Surge here is Void Surge, so put on your Void subclass. Get those Vanguard Ops done and you will get a pinnacle drop. Next up, heading on over to Crucible. So the rotating playlist this week is Team Scorched. You can also go into competitive and get that rose there if you complete your placement series matches. As I mentioned before, Trials of Osiris is back at the weekend. Next up, let's have a look at Gambit. So do 3 matches of Gambit in regular or freelance and you will get some pinnacle gear. Also, it's double XP in Gambit this week, so really good time to jump into Gambit. Okay, we are in the tower. It's reset day. Let's go and say hello to Banshee44 and see what weapons he has this week. So, featured weapons first. So we've got Under Your Skin. Look at the rolls. We've got Agile Bowstring, Carbon Arrow Shaft, Unrelenting and Turnabout. Not too bad. We have the Judgment of Kelgareth, Typical Accelerator, Alloy Magazine and Genesis. Rounded. It's a very good glaive, that one. We've got Cold Denial, Chamber Compensator, Extended Mag, Killing Wind and Eye of the Storm. Killing Wind and Eye of the Storm is pretty good for PvP. We've got Drang. This is a really good weapon for PvP. So Arrowhead Break, Akro's Round, Disruption Break and Zen Moment. Pretty good PvP roll. And then we have the class-specific swords, so Hungry Edge, Infinite Guard, Relentless Strikes, Flash Counter. Really good stuff indeed. Okay, next up the World Drop weapons. So we have the Pizzicato at 22. That's an SMG, so Chamber Compensator, Extended Mag, Mulligan, Swashbuckler. Bad for PvP. We've got the Uravandil FR6, Extended Barrel, Accelerated Coil, Slideways and Chill Clip. Chill Clip, always good fun. Next up we have the Number, that is an auto rifle, Arrowhead Break, Alloy Magazine, Killing Wind, Wellspring. Then we have the Pleiades Corrector, Full Bore, Appended Mag, Subsistence, Pathetic Arsenal. We've got one of the new ones, the Naz Redden, Hungry Edge, Heavy Guard, Wellspring, On Guard. Finally, another new one, the Marcillian Sea, Counter Mass Spike Grenades, Turnabout, Vorpal Weapon. That is a very good roll for a heavy grenade launcher. I reckon the Marcillian Sea is a good one to pick up. Drang is also another good pickup. Those are my tips for the week for the weapons from Banshee44. Okay, next up, let's head on over to the Eververse store and see what we have for Bright Dust this week. So first of all, Oiled Gunmetal. That is a very nice shader indeed. I like that one. We've got Seven Sisters. Shout out to all my C4dians. Next up, we got the Vitreous Entrance. Pretty cool. We've got the Surging Current. We have the Vehement Flock. Have a look at the rest of the Bright Dust items then. So we've got Thumbs Down Projection. A very nice ornament there. Very opulent, that one. Or Lament. Then we got the Velocimancer. Pretty good exotic ship, that one. We've got Motive Force. A very hefty looking Sparrow. The AOKI FAAS shell. The Aokifas, you could say. Too bad. We've got the My 10 gallon hat. Yes. Indeed, very city slickers, that one. Finally, we've got an exotic emote. This is a stress ball. Gonna break it there, but it didn't happen. Got the Vex Incursion entrance. We have the Stasis entrance. We have the Cabal Shield Breaker. Then we got Whispered Sheen. Pretty nice. We got the Royal Treatment. Try that again. We've got the Royal Treatment. Okay, let's come back to the Royal Treatment. We have the Smudge Pot Bruise. Seems like Bungie is having issues loading in the assets at the moment, so I have to wait a few seconds. Let's see if the Coppertone Patina works. That one does work. Always like the way Coppertone Patina sounds. See if these work now. So Smudge Pot Bruise. There we go. Working again. Finally then, Royal Treatment. Well, that is going to be about it for the weekly reset information this week on the 14th of March 2023. I think the big news this week is the Root of Nightmares raid is in the game, so you should definitely check that one out. Also, it's week 3 of the story, so definitely jump into the story this week. If you're new around here or find this useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all latest Destiny 2 content, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Well, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you real soon.